how to make directories, somebody should respond. Swati, can you take lead?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So, so in the last class, what we were doing creation of files, correct?
Yes,
Creation of
yes.
directories,
Creation of
copying
files. Yeah.
and copying. Those are the things we have done, correct?
Yes.
Did not attempt anything else. Copying files and directories also we have done. So we will do the same class today. Please
Hmm.
start recording. Somebody please start recording.
It is already recording now.
Oh, thank you.
Navya is recording.
Okay. So first let us log in as EC2-user into our AWS account. Okay.
Okay.
Once you go into the AWS account, you will log in as root. Okay. We have already set the root password, correct?
Yes.
Okay. CD will take you to the home directory of the current user. Current user is root, correct?
Yes.
If you press who am I, you will go to the current user. Current user is root. Root user's home directory is slash root, correct?
Slash. Okay.
So then if you enter CD, you will go into slash root. You can see PWD. PWD is present working
Yes.
directory.
Indirect.
Present working directory of us is slash root.
Slash.
Inside slash root, let us create some files. First of
Files.
all, I'm removing everything that is there inside slash root. Once it is done, let us clear the screen and start. Okay. The first thing which we have discussed yesterday, is creation of files. Correct?
Yes.
Creation of files. Did we also discuss absolute path and relative path in the last class, or is it
Yes.
in the before class?
Last class only we did that.
Oh, last class only we did that. So let us talk about absolute path and relative path first. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure it is in the last class?
Yeah, I've made the notes of that only. Last class.
Okay. Okay. Let me have a look at it, all right?
Yeah, yeah.
Otherwise, again, I have to tell you that thing. Otherwise, 1 second, please. Yeah, yeah. Absolute path and relative path is what we have discussed. Correct?
Mm.
So let's
Yes.
discuss what is absolute path and relative path. Okay, let us talk about absolute path and relative path. Absolute path and relative path are the two paths that will be helpful in traversing from one directory to other directory.
Yeah.
Absolute path and relative path in Linux are used to traverse, correct?
Yes.
From one directory to other. One directory to
Another.
other. What is a directory? Directory in Linux is nothing but a folder, correct? We call
Yes.
folders as directories. And you already know that Linux has file system which is designed in inverted tree architecture, correct?
Hierarchy. Yeah.
Inverted tree
Architecture.
architecture. So in Linux, everything starts with forward slash. We call this as root. And this will extend downwards to different folders, correct? Or the
Yes.
different directories. For example, if we go to cd slash, okay, if we
Mm.
go to cd slash and ls is for listing, correct?
Yes.
If you ls, you can find different folders that are there. These every folders have different duties to perform, and similar kind of files are segregated inside all these directories, correct? This is what we have
Correct.
learned until now. So for
Yes.
example, when you are saying cd forward slash, it is doing changing directory to forward slash. Forward slash is root. Root contains everything. So now let us talk about absolute path. Absolute path. When we are talking about absolute path, what did we say? This is like having the full address, correct?
Yes.
This is like having the full address of a person. For example, if you came to Bangalore and if you want to go to a person's home, for example Ram's home, if you want to go, what will you do? You will take the address, something like number 6, 31st Main, second cross, BTM first stage, Bangalore. This is the address. So what will you do first? First you will reach Bangalore.
Right.
Once you reach Bangalore, you know that you have to go to BTM first stage. So you will go to BTM first stage. From there, you will go to the road called second cross. Okay.
Yes.
From that second cross, you will enter into 31st main. Once you enter into 31st main, you will find the number 6. Then you will go there and call Ram, and Ram will come out. Correct?
Right.
This is what happens when you have the full address. So absolute path is nothing but absolute path, full path
Which starts with
with
root,
root and ends with
ends with destination.
the desired destination. The
Destination.
desired
Destination.
destination. Destination can be any entity. Destination
Can be any
can be
entity.
any entity. What do you mean any entity? For example, you have a command called cat. Cat is used to read files, correct?
Hmm.
If you are using cat greater than, that is different story. That is to create a file, correct?
Yes.
So cat is used to read files. For example, if you have to read a file like /etc by PASSWD, this is a file name. This is the path. If you give the full path of PASSWD, what will you do? Then the entity became file, correct?
Correct.
When you are doing cd/etc by something anything, okay, then
Mm-hmm.
what is happening here? The entity is becoming directory, correct?
Correct.
So depending upon the command you are using, your destination changes. Destination can be any entity in the sense file or directory.
Direct.
When you are calling directory, you have to understand that it is a folder, correct?
Yes.
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 So So that is absolute path. Okay, fine. Very good. Then what is relative path? This is an interview question. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What is relative path? Relative path is going into the parent
Parents.
directory
Directory.
and accessing children by their name.
Hmm.
Correct?
Yes.
So now when you go into CD, for example, I will go into CD /root. Then I will ls. For example, let us say there are the contents are dir1, dir2. If you want to go into dir1, you can say cd dir1. Correct.
Yes.
So what are you doing here? First you will do cd /, then you will ls, then you will go into. So you're going step by step now. First you will go into slash. From there you will go into root. From there you will go into the look for the contents. From there you will go into dir1 because the contents. Understood?
Yes.
This is the difference between absolute path and relative path. Okay, fine. Okay. This is
Mm-hmm.
the difference between absolute path and
Related.
relative path. You should already know that the top level directory is root. Under root, you have bin, has
It's
been,
big.
lib, lib64, correct?
Yes.
Lib64. Then there is
Temp.
home, then there is root, then there is temp, then there is proc,
MNT.
then there is MNT, then there is
Op.
EV, then there is media, then there is ETC, then there is OPT, correct?
Huh. Yes.
Like this, there are so many folders that are there. Inside these directories also there are directories and files,
Correct.
correct or not? Correct.
Yes.
So to reach these directories, you will be needing absolute path and relative path. Understood?
Yes.
The next thing which we have spoken about is creation of files and directories.
Correct.
Files and
Directories.
directories. In creation of files and directories, we have utilized both absolute path as well as relative path. Correct?
Yes.
Relative path. Let us have a look at the things. So how will you look at the things? For example, the connection has been closed. Very good. Nice. Is also closed. Super. Let me get connected. All right. Okay, you know
Yeah.
these commands already, correct?
Yes.
Let us clear this and ls. There are no files or directories. So now I am using relative path to create files. Relative path to create
Create.
files. That means I am being in a directory. I am being in a directory and making children. Otherwise. So I am being in a directory. What directory I am in right now? Slash root I am in. Correct?
Yes.
Now under slash root I am creating some files. So for creating the files, that you have three ways. 1, 2, and 3. What is the first way? First way is cat. Cat means concatenate. Cat means
Concatenate.
concatenate. Concatenate and then cat greater than file. Whatever you give as input to this command, otherwise the output of this command, whatever the output of this command is redirected into the file. So for example, when you say cat greater than file, you will be given a prompt to write something, correct?
Hmm.
Hello, this is how you create a file. You will write, correct?
Yes.
And then what you will do control plus D, ctrl plus D.
D.
Save whatever that is redirected into this file. Let us have a look. For example, add greater than file. Okay. Now you are given a prompt to write.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. Hello, Sankirtana. You may be confused. Don't worry. Everything will make sense once you finish. This is what I have written. I will control D. Once I control D, whatever I have written here, this will be saved into this file. Means the output of the cat is getting redirected into the file. Let us have a look. Cat file. Check whatever I have written has, has been redirected into the file. Correct. Let me clear the
Yes.
screen and show it to you. If you ls list items that are there, there is one item called file that you
File.
just created by using cat greater than file. Correct. So if you
Yes.
want to read this file, you can read like cat file. Enter. Whatever the message we have written for Sankirtana has been saved into the file. If you want to add more to the content that is already in the file, you can do cat double greater than file. Okay.
Okay.
Need any backups? Let us do it on weekends. I'll say, for example, control D, let us cat file, let us say. So once you have done that, the entire message has been saved into the, if you need any backups, let us do it on weekends is something that got saved into the file. Understood?
Yes.
Clear?
Yeah.
Now, now what did we just do? We are in inside a directory. We are inside a directory called slash root. Slash root is our PWD, correct? Everyone?
Yes.
Following?
Yes. Yes.
Everyone. Slash root is PWD. Under this slash root, file is there. Second, 1 second. Let me have a look at who is there. There. Okay. So if you ls and check, you have file. So whatever is inside the file is due to the concatenation and appending. So whatever you did right now, cat greater than file is concatenation. Cat double greater than file will add content which is called appending. Okay.
Hmm.
So you are inside slash root. Slash root is your PWD and you have created file. So where will your file be saved? Inside slash root it will be saved. Correct?
Yes.
This is relative path. So let us create a file by using absolute path. Absolute path. In the last thing we have discussed different folders that are under forward slash. So I'm choosing TMP, which is a safer location to create a file. So how will you create a file? Cat greater than, and then you will say file and enter. You will be given a prompt to write. So let us do that. Cat
Greater than
TMP by
slash
file.
file.
Okay. Now what you will be writing? Hello. We are using absolute path to create this file. I'll say okay.
Hmm.
Now what I will do, I'll do control D.
Control D.
Now cat slash tmp by file, if you do, whatever you have written into the file has been saved.
Hmm.
Same applies for the appending. If you want to append something, cat greater than tmp by file you will do, and then you will write, this is how you append on a file existing in different location. Correct or not?
Yes.
Then control D. Cat slash tmp by file is already there. Let us run this. See, that has been added to that particular file.
File.
Understood?
Yes.
Clear?
Yeah.
So that is how you create files by using cat.
Cat.
Okay, cat is done. The next thing which we will be using is touch. Touch is used to create an empty file.
Empty file.
Correct?
Yes.
Touch is also used to create multiple files.
Yes.
Now, if you touch file 1, an empty file is created in PWD. Correct?
Right.
Any PWD you can be. For example, I am currently inside my PWD is slash root. Correct?
Right.
Now let me do touch file 1. An empty file gets created. Check. Empty file got created here.
Yes.
So file 1, if you check, it will tell you the file type. File
Huh.
command is used to check the file type.
Okay.
File command is used to check the file type.
Type.
So when you say file and file name or path, okay,
Hmm.
you will get file type. Understood?
Yes.
So let us do file 1 and see. File 1 is saying empty. It's an empty one. So let us do the file command on file, which is an ASCII text file, because there is some text in it. Check.
Hmm.
Saying file ASCII text. Understood?
Yeah.
So the next one which we will be talking about is touch and multiple files. Touch file 2 to 10. I'm creating 9 files now. ls and check, all the 9 files got created. So
Right.
if you want to create by using absolute path, how will you do it? For example, touch slash tmp by file 1. If you do like this, under tmp file 1 will be found. Multiple if you want to create, 2 to 10 for example. Enter. Go into slash tmp, cd slash tmp, change directory to tmp, and ls. You can find 10 files here.
Hmm. What are
Understood?
those in blue?
These are directories.
Okay, so that also will come. Oh, no.
These are temporary directories. some processes will be running, right? So inside temp, I already told you there will be
Right.
temporary
That is
files.
there, huh?
Those directories are these.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, let us
Yeah.
focus on these. Okay,
Okay.
so we have created multiple files using absolute path,
Hmm.
correct?
Yes.
So now let us clear the screen and let us go back. Okay, CD will take you to the home directory of the current user, pwd slash root ls. You have all these files.
Yeah.
Okay, now let us try making directories. Okay,
Okay.
vi we will talk about in the later class. Okay, this is
Okay.
all together, this is a different concept, so let us do it together in a separate class.
Different class. Okay.
So let us create directories. What is the command to make directories?
Make
mkdir.
directory mkdir.
Mkdir hyphen p is to make multiple directories.
Multiple directories.
This is to make multiple
Multiple directories.
directories. This is to make
Single.
directory means only one, no? So
Yeah.
mkdir will do what? Will make a
Direct.
directory inside pwd.
PW.
Whatever folder you are there,
Yeah.
there you will be creating a directory. If
Hmm.
you want to create in in some other place, let us use some other thing right now. Okay,
Okay.
mkdir it will make a directory. Ls c directory has been formed
Yes.
in the current working directory. Current working directory is pwd. Inside slash root you have created a directory. Okay, fine. So now let me create a directory inside slash etc. For example, don't do it. I will be doing it because you will forget what you have created and you will get confused. Don't do it. I'll just show. Otherwise, I'll use TMP because TMP is relatively safe. Okay.
Okay.
So let me first do it in the TMP, then I'll do it in the etc. Okay.
Okay.
mkdir slash
Slash.
tmp by
Yeah.
dir.
Hmm.
This is how you will make a directory inside TMP. cd slash tmp ls. There is dir. Check.
Yes.
So cd hyphen let us do. cd hyphen will take you back to slash root. Correct? This is like switch.
Hmm.
Remember the command?
Yes.
If you want to go into the previous working directory, you need to press
CD.
cd space hyphen. Okay.
Okay.
So now let us clear the screen and ls. We have a directory and files. Okay. I want to create multiple directories, one beside one. For example, I want to create dir1, dir2, dir3 by using mkdir. Means if you ls, you will find dir1,
DIR to DIR.
dir2, dir3 inside the present working directory. Correct?
Yes.
This is the requirement. So what you will do, mkdir hyphen p dir1, dir2, dir3 you will get. Okay,
Yeah.
let's see. mkdir hyphen p dir1, dir2,
To DIR
dir3.
three.
ls cdir1, dir2, dir3 got formed.
Yes.
Understood?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Now I want to create one directory inside other. How? I want to create dir4. Under dir4 there should be dir5. Under dir5 it should be dir6. I want
Hmm.
to create like this. How will I do? In the present working directory I want to. How will I do mkdir hyphen p?
Hyphen P.
This you will run. Let me copy this. Let me paste here and run the command. mkdir-p dir4 by dir5 by dir6.
Hmm.
ls, there is dir4. Go into dir4, cd dir4. Again ls, there is
LSC.
dir5. Then again cd dir5. Get into dir5. Again ls, there should be dir6. This is what you have told it.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
So now if you want to come back, one step back, then again one step back, cd dot dot, you came into slash root. What is your pwd? pwd
Root
is slash root.
slash root.
Okay, clear. Let us clear the screen. ls is the list command. List We'll show you DAR, DAR1, DAR2, DAR3, DAR4. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Now let us go to the requirement. What was the last requirement? What was the last requirement? First you create DAR. Under DAR there should be something like DAR1, DAR2, DAR3. Under DAR3 you should be finding DAR4, DAR5, DAR6, correct?
Yeah.
Under directory 1 you should be having, sorry. Okay? Under DAR2, you must be having DAR7, DAR8, DAR9. For example, let us do this requirement. Okay. Under DAR3, you should be having DAR10, DAR11, DAR12.
Right.
Okay. This is your requirement and you should be doing it with one command, correct?
Yeah.
One command you should use and do it. Instead of doing like this, for example, where is the command? Instead of doing like this, you can also do like this, correct? For
Yeah.
example, I want to do like 1, 2, 3. Like this also I can do,
Yes.
correct?
Yeah.
Even if I do like this, the same thing happens. No? DAR1, DAR2, DAR3 gets pumped. So let us have a look at how to do this thing. First thing you tell me mkdir-p, correct? This
Yes.
is the command. The first thing is dir, correct? Under
Yes.
dir, what should you be having? Dir1.
One.
Under dir1, you should be having dir4 to dir6. So it
Yes.
should be dir4 to 6, correct?
Yes.
Then you will give a space. Again dir by dir2, correct?
Yeah.
Under dir2, it should be dir7 to 9, correct?
Yes.
This is 7 to 9, 7, 8, 9 will be covered. Then there is again dir. Under dir, there should be dir3, correct?
Yes.
Then under dir3, it should be dir10 to 12, correct?
Yes.
This should do.
Hmm.
Let us run the command and check what
Yeah.
happens. So let me remove everything that is there. Okay.
Okay.
Inside whatever is there, I have deleted it before running this command. So this is the command which we should be running now. Okay.
Hmm.
Let me enter. Okay. ls. There is dir. Inside dir, what should be there?
DIR.
Inside dir1, dir2, dir3 should be there. dir1, dir2, dir3. Okay.
Yeah.
Inside dir1, what should be there? 4, 5, 6 should be there. ls 4, 5, 6. Okay.
Yeah.
So one step back will take you into dir, then ls. Then there is dir2. Under dir2, it should be 7, 8, 9. Correct?
Yes.
So cd dir2.
DIR.
ls 7, 8, 9. Got it?
Yeah.
So one step back you go. And then again ls. You should go into dir3 now. dir3 should be 10, 11, 12. Correct?
Yes. DIR3 and 12.
dir10, dir11, dir12. Understood?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Let us clear the screen. Let us cd dot dot. If you give again dot dot, it will go directly
Two
into
steps.
slash root. 2 steps back.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now the PWD is slash root. Okay.
Hmm.
Clear.
Yes.
Okay. Now let me create 10 files inside dir1. Okay.
Okay.
Touch dir by.
Yeah.
Correct. Otherwise, you
Yes.
can also give full path slash root by dir by dir1 by 10 files. How to create file?
File 1 to 10.
If you give like this, if you cd dir by dir2, dir1, sorry, okay, and ls, you can find 10 files here. Correct?
Yes. Yes.
I want to copy first 5 files or first file into dir2. Okay.
Okay.
From dir1, I want to copy it into dir2. How will you do? Cp is the command. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we are talking about copying files and directories. Copying
Files and directories.
directories. Copying files and directories. For copying, the command is cp. Cp source destination is the syntax for copying, correct?
Yes.
Cp, for example, I am already in dir1, correct? dir1 is my pwd, correct?
Yes.
Where is dir1? dir1 is inside dir, correct? Where is dir? dir is inside /root, if
Should.
I'm not wrong, correct?
Yes. Yes.
So this is my pwd. So if I ls, there are some directories and some files. Inside the files, there is file1, correct?
Yeah.
So I'm copying this file1, cp file1 into where I'm copying /root by dir by dir2. That is where I'm copying, correct?
Yes.
If you go back, one step back you go and ls, you can find dir2. dir2 is part of dir.
Yeah.
dir is part of what? cd dot dot and check pwd
Slash.
pwd /root. Under /root there is dir. If you cd dir, there is dir2. I'm
Mm.
going into dir1 because the files are there. Now cp file1 into
dir2.
/root by
Ah, yeah.
dir
Slash
by
should be slash
dir2.
paste
Correct?
dir2. Okay.
Now let us go into cd /root by dir by dir2
dir2.
and ls. We can
Yes.
find file1 here.
Huh.
That got copied. Correct?
Yes.
Super, very good. Now I want to copy file 2 to file 6. File 2 to file 6. Let
6.
us do cp. For
Fi
example, I want to use the absolute path now. Absolute path, how will I use /root by
should by
dir
dir by
dir1
dir1
by file
file
2 to
2
6.
to
I want to
6
copy this. Where I want to copy this? /root by
slash should by dir by dir2.
dir2. This is the command, correct?
Yes.
Let us copy this command and paste it there. Copy and then two-finger click. Enter. Okay. We are already in the dir2, right? ls.
Yes.
Check. 2 to 6 has been copied.
Yes.
So that is how you copy files between directories by using absolute path
And
as well as a relative path.
relative path.
Understood?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Very good, sir. Everything is running so smooth. Let us complicate it. We should not run everything smooth, right? So there is something called dir. Okay.
Yeah.
Now let me make another directory called the dir100. Okay.
Okay.
Where I am creating this?
Root.
Under /root.
Hmm.
Enter. Unless there is dir and dir100. I want to copy this dir entirely into dir100. Understood?
Yes.
Now I am copying one directory into another. Copying
One direct into
one
another.
directory into another. How will I do? Now I have cp.
We
cp always command syntax. I have told you. Command options arguments. Correct? This is the
yes.
command syntax. In Linux, every command will follow a syntax called command syntax, and the command syntax is command options and
Options.
arguments.
Arguments.
Correct?
Yeah.
When you check command options and arguments, your command here is cp. Options are preceded by single hyphen and double hyphen. Single hyphen options are always one lettered options. Correct?
Hmm.
Hello?
Yes. Yes.
And double lettered options are always word options.
Word.
For example, if you go and check for the word option, cp hyphen hyphen help will tell you about cp. Will give you the information regarding cp. Check All the options that are there with CP will be displayed. Whatever CP does will be displayed, right? That is CP hyphen hyphen help. Very good. Nice. Then what are these one-lettered options, sir? These one-lettered options that are preceded by single hyphen have the ability to make a command work in a certain way. Work in a certain way. For example, if you are copying one directory into another, just like file, I am doing cpdir to dir 100. It will say copy hyphen r not specified, omitting the directory. Means directory has some content, sir. It is
Okay.
not a file, so it is omitted. It is saying. Then you have to give the option called hyphen r. What is hyphen r? Hyphen r is hyphen
Uh,
is
reverse.
recursive.
Recursive, sorry.
Recursive. What is the meaning of recursive? Recursive means directory plus
Plus
content.
contents.
If you are saying cp-r, copy directory and contents. If you are saying rm-r, delete, delete,
Delete. Delete directory plus contents. Huh?
delete directory plus contents. Very good. Okay.
Okay.
So now cp-r we have given. V is for verbose. V is for
Verbose. Verbose.
verbose. Hyphen V is for verbose. Verbose means tell me whatever you are doing. Tell me whatever you are doing. Hyphen F is for forced. Forced means even if you have any dependencies, any file is open, any directory is not ready to get copied, everything will be skipped and copied. So you will be using cp-rvf to copy directories. rvf dir to dir 100. Okay. Enter. See, all the things that are there inside dir are copying. First dir got copied, then dir1 got copied, dir1 by 4 got copied, 5 got copied, 6 got copied, 1 got copied, 2 got copied, 3 got copied, 4 got copied, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then again dir2. Under dir2 there are certain files. Those files are also done. Then there is dir3. Under dir3 there are 3 folders. Those folders got copied. Everything is copied, right?
Yes.
So let us go into cd dir 100 and check ls. You can find dir here. This is by using relative path. This is by using
Relative.
relative path. Now you have two folders here. Now I want to copy the dir 100 into tmp. Now I want to copy
dir 100 into tmp.
dir 100 into tmp. How will I do? cp-rvf. What is dir 100? It is under slash root by dir 100 into slash tmp. So now cp-rvf
slash root
by dir 100 into slash tmp. Enter. Everything got copied. Let us go into slash tmp ls. Now you can find dir 100 here.
Yes.
Understood?
Yeah.
So whatever you have done, you have to delete it. How will you delete rm-rf? First you will delete dir. R is for recursive, F is for forced.
Forced.
When you are deleting the directory, you will be using rm-rf. Okay? dir. It is gone. dir 100. It will be gone. Okay?
Okay.
If you are saying file star, whatever is starting with file, ending with whatever will be deleted. Okay? ls. All the files are gone. Check.
Yeah.
Understood?
Yes.
cd hyphen will take you back into slash root. Now ls. Now you have dir1 and dir100. rm-rf dir star. So anything that starts with dir and ends with anything will be deleted. Deleted. ls. It is gone. Understood?
Yes.
Now So in the last class, I have given you an assignment. That assignment you will do tomorrow and come back tomorrow. Okay?
Okay.
So the class has been recorded, right? This
Yes.
time. So
At
you